Hey guys, 6 days till showtime. You hear a lot of, I guess, people's opinions or ways that they either carb load, carb deplete, water load, water deplete. I'll tell you what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you. I'm going to do things a little bit differently than I have done previous comps, but the basis or the theory of it still remains the same. I read a really good article a couple of years ago. What I have found is that you see a lot of people, we hear a lot of people, they will deplete their carbs virtually for 3 days, so no carbs for 3 days, and then they'll load for either 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days prior to a competition. That may work really well for them. I used to do that. At the same time, obviously, with the water. So what you'll do is some people will tend to water load up to 3 days out, and then they'll halve it the next day, and then they'll halve it again the next day, and then virtually the day before comp, they might be on about a half a litre a day. That's what some people do. Some people still do that. That's, I guess, maybe a bit of an old theory. Who knows? But like I said, whatever works for you on the day. And you'll never know what works for you until you try something different, until you challenge, obviously, your bounds, the boundaries of what you are comfortable of doing. You'll never know what the outcome is going to be. So I've done things a little bit differently this year. Now, what I have done for the last two comps is that I've been virtually on a lot of fibrous carbs right through till the end of the week. I back them off slowly day by day. So it'll only be one day that I'm having absolutely no carbs. And then at the same time, I'm water loading. So I'm water loading anywhere from 8 to 10 litres per day, right up until about 24 hours before I jump on stage. And then I'll back off and I virtually stop water completely. What I'm going to do this year, I'm still going to have a little bit of fibrous carb. I'm still going to back off my carbs progressively over the course of the week. However, I'm going to be having a lot more of a complex carbs. I'm going to be having a lot more sweet potato. I'm going to be having a lot more rice. I'm going to be having that more frequently throughout my day or throughout my week until I load. So between now, which is a Monday, the show is on Sunday. Tomorrow I'll back the carbs off a little bit. On Wednesday, I'll back the carbs off a little more. So come Thursday, Friday, all I'll be having is maybe 50 to 100 grams of fibrous carbs, 2 or 3 times for that day. So it all depends, again, how I am looking to determine on how many carbs I think I need, whether I need to back off, whether I need to put some more in. So for me, I've noticed a massive amount of difference with the calories that I'm having. That I've maintained my fullness a lot more. So I'm definitely a lot more thicker through the muscle region, more so than looking flat and your muscles not looking full. So that's been a really, really big change for me. A little bit, obviously, worried that I'm not going to come in tight enough. However, with me, I know that my body will change within a course of 2 to 3 days, and you'll notice that I will start to tighten up a little bit. So water is important. 10 litres of water for me per day, right up until 24 hours out from competition time. I will find that the carbs that I'm having, I'm actually going to the toilet. Water's passing through me not as rapidly as what it probably would have done if I was having a lot of fibrous carbs. So the good thing is that water's binding to your carbs that you're taking in. And then it's obviously glycogen levels going straight into your muscles, and it's filling your muscles up and it's making them look a lot fuller. So that's a good thing. Obviously, I need to get a lot of water into me now to make sure I really flush that out. So that's important for me. The theory that I'm trying to get is that you will find that balance between the amount of water that's going into your body to the amount of carbs. And that balance that you will find is that's when your body will peak, and I guess that's at optimum. In other words, the look of the muscle will be nice and full. You'll also find that you'll be lean, and your muscle in between, well, the water in between your muscles and the top layer of skin will be a lot less than what it generally would be. So you're trying to obviously not retain any water. So for me, that's the theory that I'm trying to find that nice little balance between the amount of water going in, the amount of carbs going in, having that really lean look, and that ripped look. I might be a little bit flat, obviously, with lower carbs going in. So for me, what works, I don't load for 3 days. I will load for 1 day. The 1 day load for me, which will be the Saturday, I am on stage at this stage late Sunday night, so it could be or Sunday afternoon. So I'll be starting to load around about the midday on Saturday, and I will be loading on complex carbs. So I'll be loading this time probably a little bit of basmati rice. I'll be going also sweet potato. I might also put in a little bit of white potato or starchy potato in there. So again, something really, really different. I kind of realised that I'm not really going to be in the condition that I want. Definitely the fullness is going to be there, which is probably a bit of a positive. But in so saying that, I'm not going to be as lean as what I have been in the past. But that's something that I can work on come comp time next year. So again, it's a bit of a test for me. So far working quite well. Like I said, I don't really know what's going to happen from day to day. You get to a point where you're that lean that you can actually have a look and see what your body does. And it generally takes anywhere from a couple of hours to 3 or 4 hours to see those changes come through. So it's important to make note of what foods you've had, how much you've had, and what changes that your body are going through. If it's not making any change, then regulate it, have a look and see which changes you can put in. If you're seeing the changes go in the direction that you want to, great, don't change it, keep going. Obviously, if you're going the other direction, again, make some more changes. So it's really, really crucial for me to make sure I monitor what's going on with my physique. And obviously the biggest thing for everyone is you can just either have a look at your legs or you can have a look at your abdominals to see how lean and see how much they're coming out. So that's it. The other plan as far as the workouts go, today it was a 300 rep workout, so generally only 3 or 4 exercises, and anywhere up to about 100 reps per exercise, with only about a 15 to 20 second rest in between each set. So it's low weight, a high rep, making sure that you're getting a lot of glycogen burn out of the body, just trying to burn a little bit more body fat, and letting the body utilize a little more energy. So might be a little bit that you can do this week, but typically what's done is done. So that will go through till probably Thursday. I'll see how I feel on Friday. It might be a walk, it might be a workout, don't know. We'll just see how we'll gauge that as we go. And the other thing that we'll be working on this week is posing. So practicing my posing, that's really crucial that we get it right. Keeps the muscles nice and hard. It prepares you for when you're on stage. The last thing you want to do is either cramp up. You want to not quite hit a pose correctly, because if a competition's tight, and everyone would know that it may come down to just that one particular pose. So got to make sure we're nailing that as much as we can, and obviously practice a routine. So there's a couple of things. So there's a few things to keep me going. But like I said, it's a busy week. That's just the eating. That's just the routine. The other thing you need to look at is you need to make sure that you're either waxed or shaved. A full body wax or shave. Also making sure that you're getting your tan organised. For me, I'll start tanning up on Thursday, and I'll do a couple of coats a day. And Saturday night, I'll do a Dream Tan coat. So I'm pretty much ready before I get to the show. I might need a little bit of a touch up on Saturday afternoon, but at the end of the day, I don't want to have to stand backstage, and I don't want to be having to put on a full coat of tan. So that's just something I want to do myself, just to make sure that I'm not as stressed out as I have been in the past. So again, opportunity to try something a little bit different. I think I've improved from mass as far as the last competition. Not much more I can ask for. Now I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm just going to take each day as it comes this week and regulate and obviously make changes that I need to. So if you're coming to the show on Sunday, it's at the Marconi Club in Borley Park, I think it is, Parramatta, New South Wales, and Sydney, New South Wales, sorry. So if you're going to come down, great, come down, have a look. It's a 2-day event. We've got the fitness and the models on the Saturday, and we've got the bodybuilding on the Sunday. So if you're planning on coming down, please stop by, say g'day. I'd love to meet you all. And until then, mate, train hard this week. Really enjoy your time. The journey is never over. All you do is you just work to another point, and then once you reset your goals again. So for me, this is the end of a chapter. Then we regroup and we start all over again for next season. So until after comp, which will be probably a post-comp review, I will be speaking to you guys real soon. So take care, train hard, and stay safe.